loosen things up.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 8.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 19.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And tough going there as they'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Oh, that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right.
And Stroud now to throw. Caught left side. Here's Dell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Stroud. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Ready.
An option hit. And now a bubble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Texans.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Pat Bryant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
On the quick, right? Hey, kick.
Stroud will run the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Inside and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And so the last three drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, they've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position. So let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
Following the fumble recovery, Nix. Throw right side, it's pulled in by Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Dobbins. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Nix to the air. And He's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tony.
Back to throw. Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. shot before break. Knicks. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we get to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here we go. 18.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Stroud out of the gun here. Throw over the middle is taken in by Down. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing Nix.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Nix going to give to Hardy.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
At the 38-yard
Nix from the shotgun.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
To throw, here's Nix.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
46-yard line.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
It's a turnover on down.
And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Collins. He's got it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Mixing up the middle.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, ready. 18. Let's go.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Now Stroud.
3-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
From 3 yards out.
and the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
It's complete, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Once more with Harvey. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Third down and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third.
To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Nix to the air.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a first and 10.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Now it's Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
Zone read to give to Harvey.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now it's second and 10.
33-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Handoff. Here's Harvey. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Harvey is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So Stroud and the Texans down by 12. A minute 12 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Stroud. Finding Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Here's 1st and 10.
And the Texans first down.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dill.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
15 yards. And the Texans first down.
And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Here's 2nd down. Stroud to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he fends him off. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early.
I give it all away. Yeah, like my for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve really miss me. I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could seem to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the